Hello everybody, this is Michael Lee. Now, today we're working on the middle section of Professor Wolf's property. Now this is the second year I've been working on this property, so it's really starting to open up, look nice and clean, sustainable and fire resistant. Remember, we started work on this property last year, way up there. We did the entire upper section. Now we're working the middle section. There's a nice pond there. And you can actually see the pond now since I've removed a lot of the ladder fuels, dead wood, and excessive fuel loads. And I've done a lot of work already in this middle section, but we're going to continue working down here today. And then next year I come back and I'm going to do the burn piles for the middle section and the lower section, and then I'll finally be done. So it's kind of a 3-year process. You know, it usually takes a full 3 years before the property really starts to open up and become fireproof. So here's the section we're working on this morning. Now the campfire burned this area thoroughly 5 years ago. Oh, it's hard to believe that the campfire was around 5 years ago already. Time flies. If you live in Butte County like me, isn't that crazy that the campfire was 5 years ago already? Anyways, but as you can tell, the campfire ripped through here thoroughly, and there's a lot of dead toyon. Remember toyon I've spoken about before? This is the hardest wood I've ever worked with in my life. And it usually kind of grows like a bush like this, but every once in a while it will send out these huge dominant toyon trees. And it is just the hardest wood ever, especially after it's burnt and dead. It just turns to black iron. And so you have to be really careful when you're using your chainsaw in toyon like this, because it's extremely hard and small diameter wood, and it's all tangled like this with these branches going everywhere. It's just really easy to get to throw your chain and to get kickback and to get scratched up, like your forearms and legs get scratched up working in this stuff. Hardest wood I've ever worked with, working burnt dead toyon. There's also some burnt manzanita. This was a big manzanita area before the campfire ripped through, and you can see how everything through here is just burnt. Even the trees that are still alive have fire scars on them, and their trunks are burnt. See this? Isn't this unbelievable? Look way over there. The campfire just ripped through here. There's kind of like a ravine, and the campfire really traveled through the ravines and got kicked up by the wind. So I've already done a lot of chainsaw, weed whacking, and brush cutting in this area, but today we're going to be doing chainsaw, and we're just going to be cleaning up all the stuff I cut yesterday, and we'll be removing the small dead trees and the small dead manzanita and the small dead toyon. We are not going to remove the bigger dead trees like this one, for example, or that one, for example, yet. We're gonna open it up just by clearing out and processing all the small burnt dead stuff first, get that converted to a burn pile or firewood, and then the property owner and I will come back and assess these big burnt dead trees on an individual basis to see if they need to be removed for fire safety. If they're kind of standing alone like this with nothing else around them, there's no fire risk, and we'll most likely leave them. be dragging a lot of limbs to this burn pile. Let's clean it up. Not much of this wood's gonna be good for firewood. It's just been burnt and dead for too long. See all this dead wood that we're moving out of here? See all this excessive fuel loads that we're removing? And then after we torch that burn pile in the winter, then all that excessive fuel loads will be taken care of in a safe and effective manner. And then hopefully we don't have to worry about catastrophic fire anymore, because all the wood debris, the ladder fuels, the excessive fuel loads have been removed. It does take a while though, it's hard work. All right, let's do some cutting, and we'll remove that dead one, and we'll remove this dead blue oak, that manzanita, and some other dead blue oaks. Had to domino that one, a slim lock.